from the Yarn Randomizer, and I'm got another one of my fixing one of my knits to do, and hopefully, let's see, this will be successful. But what I wanted to point out here is what's happened is you can see I have a very consistent pattern up the edge here, but now obviously I've done something wrong here at the end of the row, and now normally what you do at the end, last stitch of one row, you do a purl through the back of the loop, and at the beginning of the next row you slip the stitch knitways with the yarn in back. Now I don't have to worry about all those details, but what I do have to do is try to correct this. So if you've never corrected something at the edge of your knitting before, it's something I'm going to see if I can show you doing that process, and it's not, you don't need to be that afraid of it. So first of all, I want to note that this stitch that's on here right now is here. It's going up through the left and coming back around. So I want to keep that in mind for when we get to the very end. And I think I will put a stitch marker on there to kind of hold that position in place. Now, all right. So what we're going to do is I'm going to slip off this edge stitch, which you see will open up in this way. Remember, we're going to have to twist it to return it. And now we're going to start dropping this down. So I'll slip this one through and set this out here. And now, so you can kind of see what happens here is we have this loop, and actually I'll grab another tool. We have this loop is hanging off, so I'm going to pull that down. And one thing that makes this a little more difficult is the fact that this is a single ply yarn. Pull that back. And we're trying to work down to where we have this going on. So pull that out. All right, and you see we have a sequence of loops going along here. Pull that out, and you'll see that sometimes the single ply yarn wants to cling to itself. So I'm trying to keep it separated. And finally we do this one. All right, now I feel like we're at the crux of the matter here. So I want to get this out. All right, so now I've undone that knot, and I think at this point we may be in a position to continue on. So basically I got that twist out of there, and I'm going to try working this back up the edge. I'm trying to stay on camera. There. All right, now we're back up. And now, actually, I'm just going to bring this through. And I believe it was a twist in this direction, so we'll loop that back on. Yes. And now it's looking a little loose there, but I can go and kind of tidy that up a little bit. But otherwise, I no longer have the knot sitting at the edge. Probably what I did was instead of slipping it knitways, I probably knit it at the beginning of the row and added a little extra yarn there. And so I'll just go through and tidy that up. But basically you can see it has the correct form now going all the way up the edge. And so just another example of fixing my knits, and I hope it makes you brave enough to decide to try to fix something like this if you run into a situation where your edge is not looking the way it was supposed to on one of your rows. But I hope this helps. And so that's it for me. You can find me on Instagram as original.annasender and on Ravelry as the Yarn Randomizer. And so like and subscribe if you found this helpful. And I'll have more fixes because I'm always making mistakes. So I'll have more fixes coming in the future. So in the meantime, enjoy your knits.